Okay, so about Clustered Spires. Now, Clustered Spires is up in Frederick. It's off of what is it over there by Black Rock? It's, if you know where Black Rock is, although hopefully Black Rock is up further by Hagerstown. It's sort of just to the southeast of Frederick, and I will tell you up front, the airport and the traffic, the light plane traffic in and out of the airport around that course ruins that course to a large degree. Although there are only a few holes, maybe 3 or 4, that where that traffic flies over the course directly. It is annoying, and it does kind of get to be playing that course, and you're trying to play golf, and there's a stupid guy in a plane or even a helicopter, a light chopper or gyro chopper or something flying no more than 500 feet over your head. It is ridiculous. Those two things don't mix, in my opinion. Okay, beyond that, decent course, clubhouse, nice atmosphere, good food, good beer. I wouldn't say it's got a great deck or anything, because the deck looks out over the first tee and the ninth green, and overall I think this course is not much better than one of the Baltimore City courses in terms of the layout. The layout is very bland. Just white bread, low salt, bland. And the course has holes that tend to have a slight elevation, that are flat from left to right. Not much verticality except on a few holes. The fairway is wide and consistently wide, and the rough is moderate, and not too wide, and then there's the woods on the outside of the course and the waste and some fir trees in the middle of the course and things like that. It really does look like it's just not much. It is, and it doesn't play like much. It honestly doesn't. If you're at all a decent player in this course, you're going to find it to be, wait a minute, what's the deal here? Am I missing something? The first hole is actually decent, but even in its decency, it's still a moderately good hole. I mean, you have a carryover lake, and from the back tees I'm talking, you have a carryover lake. You make a slight dogleg uphill right to the elevated green, and you're like, that's not a bad hole. That's not a bad hole. It's not a great hole either, but that's one of the better holes in the course, if not the best hole in the course. I can think of the first hole, the 17th hole, the 16th hole, maybe the 13th hole, and even the 13th hole is no better than a C plus, and that is only because it's an elevated tee and you're trying to hit this tee shot, and there's a lake running right next to the fairway. Most of that course is amazingly bad. I hate to say it, but it is not a great course. It just isn't. There's some decent holes on the course, but overwhelmingly 2/3 of that course is just a C course at best. At best, a C course. It's like I could take Carroll Park and put it there, and you wouldn't miss a lot. And okay, it's bigger than Carroll Park. Okay, the holes are longer than Carroll Park, wider than Carroll Park, but it's a lot like Carroll Park. And I'm really surprised at how bad that course is, considering what it could be if they actually put some effort into the landscaping. Went out there and let's raise the green by, say, 10 feet. Let's put some trees here. Let's put some more waste here. Let's do something to spice this course up. It is as bland as you can get. I think it's not fair overall for me to say much more than that. The layout's not awful. It's just that the implementation of the course isn't that good. And the maintenance of the course, the landscaping is subpar. It could be a better course. It easily, even with the average layout. But given the average layout and the average landscaping, the average maintenance of the course, it is really almost a waste of a golf course. It could be a lot better, and it isn't. It is clear that this course could be so much better, but it is. It's almost like the people who ran the course just don't care enough to make it a decent course. It's almost like they're lazy and just nonchalant about the way the course is managed. I think it's a vicious combination. I would not spend my money to play that course again. Between the planes, the airport, and the overall condition of the course and the layout, I would not play that course. I wouldn't spend my time to play it again. And I don't say that because I was offended or because I thought the course sucked. No, I don't think it sucks. I just think it's too average. And it's just too average. This is the only course that I would ever give a solid C that I have played that's over 6,000 yards. It's just too average of a course. Just too mundane, just too boring, too uninteresting. Wow, big change there. And with the traffic on the airport, too much going on. It does have houses on it. Number 9 fairway, there's a row of condos all along the course on the hole, which is a shame because number 9 is one of the interesting holes on the course, and I think it was a good hole. I just think that it is a sad course. Let's put it that way. It has some smiles. There's a few holes where it's like going to a comedy show where most of the jokes are boring, and even in the material is boring. There's some decent jokes in there somewhere mixed in there. Some of what the comedian said was interesting, but you wasted your time and money, and you're not going to get a good night's entertainment out of this. This is not the kind of course where you're going to get a good day's entertainment out of the course. It is much more of a bad course than it is a good course, even though it has some decent holes. Decent. No more than decent. That's Clustered Spires in Frederick, Maryland. No more than a C for this course. And I'm not kidding. It's not like cheap. It's not like a $20 course, okay? It's a reasonably expensive course. It's not like, $150. It's up there. You're not going to walk on this course if you play it for $20 with a cart. Believe me, pick another course in the area and play it, okay? Black Rock, Whiskey Creek, any other course. I have yet to play another course in the Frederick area that I would say is a course I would play Clustered Spires before I played that course.